When the Detroit Lions selected Julian Okwara with the 67th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, he had a reaction similar to many of those who came before him. But unlike our previous two spotlight players, Okwara isn't fueled by tragedy. Okwara comes from a different situation entirely. Watching his older brother dominate in high school and then going on to Notre Dame and to the NFL made it seem like destiny for Okwara to follow in those footsteps, and so he did. You see, Julian was fueled by competition. He yearned to rise out of the shadows of his older brother's footsteps and cement his own legacy. Not only that, the younger brother never missed an opportunity to upstage his big bro as well. Julian said he looked up to Romeo as a leader and a role model. But even still, he admits in college, and especially in high school, he strived to break every record his brother set. Julian was born in London while his mother was on vacation, but he was raised in Nigeria. He was raised in Lagos until about 8 years old before he moved to America. He attended Ardrey Kell High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. As a senior at Ardrey Kell, Julian had 84 tackles, 70 solo stops, 11 tackles for loss, 9 sacks in 12 games as a senior, and was selected to the North Carolina-South Carolina Shrine Bowl. He was the number 49 defensive end ranked by ESPN, as well as a 4-star prospect. Julian just so happened to have turned down offers from major football programs like West Virginia, Virginia Tech, NC State, Michigan, and most notably, he even turned down scholarships from Georgia and Clemson to play for Notre Dame. As a freshman at Notre Dame, Okwara struggled to put it all together in time enough to really see much field action as a true freshman. He appeared in only 4 games and tallied 4 tackles. He continued to strengthen his body and as a sophomore was able to play in 5 more games, totaling 9. In such, he had 17 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. Not satisfied, he took to the offseason again and continued to work. In 2018, all of his hard work finally started to pay off, and NFL scouts started to really take notice to his play. His production skyrocketed as a starter and jumped to 39 tackles, 12.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and 1 interception as an upperclassman. At times, Okwara looked unstoppable for Notre Dame. NFL GMs were expecting Okwara to come back as a senior and solidify himself as a top player in this draft, and Okwara was answering the call. In 9 games as a senior for the Fighting Irish, Okwara tallied 19 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles before suffering a broken leg. Disappointed, Okwara packed up his senior season and prepared for the NFL draft.
Where did he come from, man?
At the next level, Okwara projects as an outside pass rushing linebacker. In Detroit, Okwara will most likely try to fight for time at Devon Kennard's old Jack linebacker spot. While still very raw as an athlete, Okwara should be placed in situational pass rushing downs early and just let him rip. Standing at 6'5", weighing 250 pounds, he can fill as a hybrid end/linebacker. And if he can prove to be more reliable in run defense, he may pan out to be a mid-tier starting level talent. But there is always the chance that if the coaching staff can continue to hone his skill set down the line, Okwara has the ceiling of a future Pro Bowl player. It's going to be up to Matt Patricia to develop him as time goes by and get him to really put all of his tools together, become a all-around, more well-rounded player before Okwara can take the field for a lot of snaps. The linebacker room featuring Jamie Collins and Reggie Ragland should be a nice place for Okwara to continue to grow, along with being with his big brother, Romeo. If these veterans can get to him early and show him how to take care of his body, rehab, become a pro, and be healthy, and he can pick it up, he definitely has everything going for him to succeed at the next level. So with this pick, I really do like the fit as far as it being a scheme fit. And I think Quinn did a good job of not reaching for players and letting the draft fall to him. I'll give this a B+.